Hello, welcome to our Cookidoo tutorial. As you can see, we are on our main screen, and the first thing we will find is the search function. So in our search area, you can search for any words really. You can search for ingredients, things you might have in the fridge that you would like to use up. You can search any categories like soups, starters. We're going to add pasta. So let's search for pasta. And the first thing you see before you see the ingredients is that there are lots of countries there that are filtered. So when I search, I want to maximize my search. I don't want to just search in the UK portal. I want to search in other countries, and I also want to search any English speaking recipes or any Spanish speaking recipes. And that's why I have filters all of these. Now, how do you filter? It's if you go to the left hand side, there is a filter button there. You scroll all the way down and you tick on the filters that you would like to add. So I've ticked on Thermomix Friend, blade cover, I've ticked the English and Spanish language, and I have also ticked several countries. At the very bottom, you can save your default search filter. So you click where it says update filter, you click on preferences, and as you can see, you can add your preferred filters as default. So every time I search, I am having a very wide, broad search. So now that I've clicked on pasta, as you can see, I have 5,372 pasta dishes. You can keep going down. So really wonderful, lots of choice. You'll never be bored of eating the same food, that's for sure. Okay, so let's go back to our main screen and have a little look at the main screen. So the first thing we find is latest recipes that have been featured. As I said, we're constantly adding new recipes to Cookidoo, so it's ever growing. We started with 50,000, we are around over 70,000 now. You have two options featured for you and themes. Okay, so let's try. Keto is one of the dietary requirements that you can use in the search function. As I said, you can use any ingredient, you can use any category, keto, vegan, plant-based, gluten-free. It really doesn't matter. Any word that you add to the search function will bring up lots of wonderful recipes. Okay, so this is the area where we have our top picks for you. So this is catered to what you have been searching for. It's quite intuitive and knows that the things you like to cook. And then there is also a featured themes, clearly Easter egg art for kids, all about chocolate, which is something that we usually make a lot around Easter. Then if we scroll down, we're going to find a little article with the 4 new modes and created recipes. If you click on learn more, you can get more information. Most cooked recipes at the moment. Perfect potato. So this is kind of a little blog area where you can just have a look at different articles that have been released lately. If we go back and you press on explore more, you can see that it's really nice. Sit down with a cup of tea and have a read through and get inspiration. Foods that are in season or trends of the year, etc. There's always a lot of information here and a lot of knowledge, product knowledge, and just really inspiration to help you find different things to cook. Because as I said, there are so many recipes in Cookidoo. It's really nice to be inspired. 6 ways to flavour your mash. I don't know if you ever make mash with your Thermomix, but the butterfly whisk, 10 seconds at speed 4 makes absolutely perfect mash. Recipe spotlight, Easter eggs, you can tell what time of the year this has been recorded. So you can make your own Easter eggs if you have moulds. Magic side by side, the new Thermomix Friend. So again, more information if you'd like to click and read a little bit more about the Thermomix friend if you're curious. This week's favourite, Easter with the kids. So lots of great Easter inspiration. Fantastic to do with the kids during the Easter holidays. And finally, we come to our latest collections. Now, I find this section is really important because this is where all our recipes stem from. So every recipe comes from a book or a collection, and we're constantly releasing new collections. Now, if we scroll to the side, you will find it says more collections, and you're going to click on there. And that's how we're going to access every single book and collection ever published in the UK. We have 256 results. And a collection normally has between 60 and 10 recipes. And that's how you know that it's a collection. They're normally grouped together with a theme of some sort. So this theme is retro. This is our brand new collection that came out this year. If we go back and I look for a book, now how, obviously I know which ones are books, so then now always is a book. If we click on there, you'll see it has 50 recipes. So books generally have anything between 40 and 60, 80, 90 recipes. Now, we have searched in the UK. We haven't searched as we did with the filters in the rest of the world, but we can access all the books and collections from around the world. So if we go all the way back and press filters again, wonderful. We scroll down and then we can choose the country that we would like to see books from. So I'm going to choose Spain. Wonderful. And as you can see, we now have 690 results because we have all the UK books and all the Spanish books and collections. Fantastic. Okay, let's go back. So going all the way to the top again, and we are going to find a recipe now. Let's put juice. Okay, so we'd like to make this orange juice. So as you can see below the recipe, you have preparation time, ingredients, all the information, and you have nutritional value of every single recipe on the left hand side, plus some great hints and tips, and where the recipe originates from, which book it originates from. So if we go all the way back to the top, I'm going to add this recipe. Let's make it on Saturday, for example, at the weekend for the kids. So that's been added to my weekly planner. So I need the oranges and all the ingredients in preparation. So I'm also going to add it to my shopping list. And finally, I'm going to add it to my collection. So these are my collections and categories where I add all the recipes that I want to make, because obviously there are so many recipes. You want to be able to access the ones that you want to make very quickly. I've added it to my drinks collection when I go to my Thermomix and I access my recipes on my Thermomix screen. I go to drinks and there is my orange juice. Wonderful. I've also added it to my shopping list because I need to get the ingredients ready. So this is my weekly planner. So these are all the recipes that I have added to my weekly planner. And now I'm going to go over to my shopping list. There we go. So we have all my ingredients by category, all grouped together, or I can check it by recipe. So I can separate the ingredients by recipe. I can also untick all the ingredients that I already have. So say for example, water, ice cubes, I don't want to add those to my shopping list. So I'm going to tick off the ingredients that I already have in my pantry or that I simply don't need to buy. Great, that's it. And if you look at the very bottom, you can easily untick the ingredients if you've made a mistake. Okie doke. So let's go all the way to the top. I can also take away a recipe if I'm not going to make this recipe anymore, so I can remove the recipe from the list and all the ingredients that come with it. Perfect. So now that I have all these recipes, I can share the ingredients. I can email them, I can copy and paste them, I can print them, I can WhatsApp them or send a message. Or if I go back into the three dots, I can also order straight to the retailer. Wonderful. So Ocado, Sainsbury's, Tesco and Amazon Fresh, we do normally have Waitrose and Asda, but sometimes they disappear if they are having any technical difficulties, but they will return. If I go straight to my Sainsbury's, you'll see all the ingredients are there, but we have a swap button where we can swap either the brand or the quantities to suit your own taste. And then once you're ready, you can go into the retailer, add it to your shopping basket, and of course then you can add your toiletries and other products to your shopping. So it really is a fantastic feature, and it will save you a lot of time and money by organising our week and by buying the ingredients that we need for the recipes that we're going to make. We will be saving so much money in shopping bills. Okie doke, let's go back. Okay, so we're back in our main screen. Now the next thing I'd like to show you is where our recipes are. So if you click on My Recipes, you'll see that if we press on Saved Recipes, that there we go. So these are all the collections and books that you can save by pressing Save. Then in your created is all the created collections that I mentioned before. You can call them whatever you want. You can edit them, you can delete them, etc. And finally, we have a new feature called Created Recipes. Now, our Created Recipes is when you can add a recipe of your own, which is what I've done here. So these are recipes that I had before Cookidoo existed. I had them on pieces of paper, I had them in a folder, and I have been able to slowly start adding them into our Cookidoo, and I can see them on the screen, which is simply amazing. And I'm going to show you how to do this very quickly. So press on Created Recipes. We can add a title to our recipe. So let's say tomato soup. We're just going to make up a fake recipe. Press Create. So as you can see, you can add the time, preparation time, and the total time. So let's say 5 minutes for preparation time, and tomato soup takes about 15 minutes to cook. So let's say 20 minutes for total time. Confirm. Portion size seems fine. So we'll scroll down and we'll start adding the ingredients. Okay, so let's start adding 50 grams of onion. Fantastic. Okay, now we're going to add, let's say, a kilo of tomatoes. Just making this up as I go along. And finally, we'll add some stock. Brilliant. Okay, so let's add our preparation steps. So the first steps we're going to do is obviously we're going to add our 50 grams of onion. So if you press on the scales, oops, Let's press the scales this time. Okay, so as you can see, the ingredients are below. You already have the list that you've added. All you have to do is press on the ingredient and you'll be able to weigh your ingredients in your screen, in your Thermomix. Let's add the rest of the ingredients. So now we're going to chop the onions. So we're going to chop the onions for 5 seconds at speed 5. Okay. Sorry, I've had to turn this round because I couldn't access the list. So we've going to now add the next step, which is to saute the onions. So we're going to saute the onions for 3 minutes, temperature 100, speed 1. Okay. So that's it for the minute. I'm not going to continue. I'm not going to finish the whole recipe, but this is just to give you an idea. As you can see at the bottom, you can also add some hints and tips. Very, very easy to do. Once you've done it once, you'll see how easy it is to insert the recipes. And I just put 2 or 3 at a time. And as you can see, you can upload an image once you've cooked your recipe to make it look really nice. So there we go. So these are our created recipes. This is our Cookidoo tutorial. If you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to contact me anytime. I hope this has been useful and I look forward to seeing you in one of our cooking classes soon. Do take care. Bye bye.